And then my leadership role model is General George Patton.
Oh, wow.
And
my father loved General Patton, too.
General Patton was the real deal. He was a driven man. He was driven to succeed and win, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think we've gotten away from teaching people to be driven to succeed in our country, and
yes,
we have to get back there. But General Patton, I've read so many books and studied him, and just tried to take the best practices that he had and add them to my style. But I would say those have been there. And then my current role model is and this is not a cliche, this is an absolute fact, is my beautiful wife Suzanne.
Yes.
She is the most caring, loving person that I've ever met in my life. She just enjoys life, and she knows she gives me so much room to do what I love and to enjoy what I love. And so she is my current role model.
Oh, that's wonderful. So wonderful to hear, Wayne. I posted on my social media, on my radio page, if anybody had any questions. Of course, there were some that I had to ignore and delete because, people forgot that I used the word respectfully ask questions. But anyway,
there's always somebody.
There's always somebody in there. Okay. Look, you can't be loved by every single person. I understand that.
I'll tell you this. I'll go back to George Patton for a minute. One of my favorite sayings by General Patton is that if everybody's sitting at the table thinking alike, somebody's not thinking.
Yeah.
And so it's okay to have a difference of opinion.
Of course.
To not agree. I think we as a society, I personally believe this, we as a society need to be more accepting of opposing opinions.
Yes. And not so violently. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Miss Wayne, one question comes from Rebecca Garrison Mays. She is a licensed speech pathologist, and she would like to know, how is training coming along for the sheriff's office with regards to autism spectrum disorders? She said she believed that you had started some training sessions and just wanted to follow up.
Yeah, we have. We've put our patrol people, our patrol team, through critical incident training, and with what we're looking at, we actually adopted the Memphis model, and the Memphis model obviously was created in Memphis, Tennessee. But the Memphis model is that we have somebody on every shift. Ideally, when we're at full staff, we have somebody on every shift that is aware of looking at the situation, not just from a criminal aspect, but looking at it from a mental health issue, or somebody has, maybe they're somewhere on the spectrum of autism or Asperger's, their reactions and everything else, and they're trying to direct those dealings. And, we've seen great success with it. We have another program that we're not ready to roll out yet, but we are in the very early stages of development, where we are going to have a card basically that'll be issued by us, that somebody that has autism, somebody that has a situation such as that, it will have not only their information on it, but immediate contact information for somebody that can help de-escalate the scenario.
Oh, how wonderful that is! So that's in the works.
It is, yeah. It's in the works, and that was actually recommended to us by a mom who had encountered something of that with their child, and we were like, wow.
Something's got to be done.
We're working on that. Yeah.
And the second question is from Mr. Ron Lockwood. He's also a listener of my show. And he said, do you miss coaching youngsters in youth football down in Vero Beach? He said that you coached his nephews in football a long while ago. And he said nothing but wonderful. He said, you're quite the coach. You have a great sense of humor while controlling those youngins with raging hormones.
I have to tell you, it's funny. I remember, his nephews and stuff, and I'll tell you this. I love coaching, and one of the in addition to coaching football, I coached high school wrestling for many, many years, and I miss it every day. I had an opportunity to coach my own son from the time he was 4 years old till the time he graduated high school in the sport of wrestling. I actually coached my daughter in the sport of wrestling. My daughter is actually a 2-time state champion and 2-time All-American in girls wrestling.
Wow, good for her.
I coached football. It was an incredible time to do. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do it now, but I absolutely loved coaching, and I always told our kids every day when I came to practice, I learned something from them, and hopefully they learned something from me.
I'm sure they did. Well, a lot of my listeners remember your coaching days. So I've only been here since 1988. So I wasn't lucky enough to have you for one of my children as a coach. But
I enjoyed it. It's funny. I used to be the head wrestling coach at Vero Beach High School, and when I first met my wife, she says, "Do you own anything that's not red and black?" Because that was our school colors, and everywhere I went. And so today that has transitioned to, she says, "I don't own anything but my uniforms."
Yeah.
And because I wear those all the time. So.
Oh, Mr. Ivey, it was such a pleasure. I know how busy you are, and I know you're very short on time, and I don't want to abuse any rights there. I'm so grateful that you called me today, because I know how busy you are, sir. I do.
Well, I always enjoy being on your show, and anything you ever need from us. And thank you, because you put out a lot of information to our community and help spread the word about so many different events and stuff. So I appreciate it, and anytime. I'll be glad to come on.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.